All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking about me, myself, and I, and the channel today. Pretty selfish stuff, but I wanted to give folks an update on the channel. Um, it's just, I don't know, folks. I'm getting to the point where even if I work hard, I put content up. I've got a total of 3,600 videos currently on YouTube, according to YouTube, because you can look at your own analytics. Last night, between, I don't know what time it was when I looked, um, and then this morning, I lost close to 30,000 views overall. 30,000, okay, overnight. So some of the videos that are out there probably are more time sensitive, meaning that, I did a video on a topic that week. And this is the danger of doing videos that are specific to that moment rather than generalized videos like, Journey will always be a great rock band or some generic title. And then people will go and watch it forever, right? But I have a number of videos that are what I would consider to be long-term videos. These videos are no longer being recommended. There's no way that those videos can be recommended with that type of drop off in viewership. It's unprecedented since I've been doing this. Typically, everything goes up. I had another moment earlier this week where subscriptions stopped and actually went backwards a little bit, and then they started going forward. At the peak of this channel, I was getting 900 new subscribers per month. Now I'm getting 300, and that number continues to drop. I don't know what it is, other than, people say, well, you talk about politics or your comments are off. Okay. My comments were off 2 years ago, 1 year ago, whatever, when this channel had a really strong revenue stream and things seem to be going in the right direction. I got more political, and then, maybe that's the issue. I don't know. I don't know. Some people have told me overall that certain channels aren't going to be highlighted or featured anymore, and it seems to be very arbitrary. I was watching this guy yesterday, a video that was recommended just because. I don't know. I don't watch content like this typically, but this guy who lives in a trailer on the east coast of Florida, I think his name is Sarasota Tim, and he does this video where he shows everybody where he lives. It's just him with a cell phone, filming, and it's like 345,000 views. And I'm just like, that's interesting. Look, I get it. I'm in a business or an occupation where the people who I am talking about, for the most part, are either dying off or becoming irrelevant, or it's just about the gossip end of things, like so and so sold their house in Malibu. And most people are like, I really don't care about that. That's what classic rock news has become for the most part. And, I don't know, maybe I should just switch to all politics, which I'm sure people won't appreciate. Maybe I should start talking about a different form of music, maybe country, maybe Christian music. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is to this. When I integrate politics into the videos where it's relevant, where I see something that kind of dovetails with what's happening in the culture, maybe because I oppose this crazy agenda where little children are being targeted, and I think it's the most insane and disgusting thing I've witnessed in my lifetime. And I have spoken out against that. And I guess I'm not supposed to. I don't know. But, I started this channel because I had a little knowledge of music and I enjoyed talking. And I thought I could do a channel. I've watched other people do channels, and I thought, hey, I can do that. I might even be able to do it better in some cases. I know the production value here is weak. I hear it all the time. You don't edit your videos. You don't do fancy intros or outros. You don't have cool music playing at the beginning or the end. You don't, do any of that cutting edge stuff that makes people want to watch your videos. And obviously, yeah, I would say I'm suffering because of that alone. But what bothers me is I have so much content out there, and yet, it's as if somebody just turned it off. Like, okay, we're turning this guy off. We can't do it too abruptly, but we're going to just slowly, it's like turn the water off and then it drips, and then at some point it just doesn't flow anymore. The past few weeks, I've had interviews with Mitch Malloy and Jolyn Turner, both of which I think were great interviews. I interviewed Dean Castronovo's friend, Eric Lovery, who's a really great guy. The video actually did way better than I thought it would do, but yet here we are. So the only thing I can do, folks, is ask for your support. I have 67,000 subscribers and holding. It's going up slowly, close to 68,000, but it's probably going to take another 2 or 3 months to get to 68K, the way things are going. If you don't subscribe here, please subscribe to the channel. If you know anybody who wants to help with this channel, I know here's the difficult part of that. If the channel isn't growing anymore, a lot of people are going to look at it and say, well, it's kind of over. I want to support the guy, but he's not reaching that many people anymore, and he's becoming more irrelevant as time goes on, which that's how I feel, even though people who subscribe and people who watch tend to be okay for the most part with what I'm doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't tune in. But it's such a small percentage of people compared to the number of subscribers. And like I was telling you about that guy who does the videos where he's just showing people his camper. He had like 20,000 subscribers, and he was getting 300,000 views. It's bizarre, and people want to hear what the guy has to say. Now, maybe because it's innocuous escapism, maybe people just want to know how other people live their life and so forth. But I don't know. To me, if you have an established channel, you should be rewarded based on how many people subscribe. And it shouldn't be based on whether you as a corporation, for instance, think the content it goes along with the corporation's values. There are no clauses here. My videos aren't getting banned, but they're getting shadow banned, which in some ways is almost as bad. So, I bellyache on here, and then I think to myself, I just sound like I'm whining. And then some people say, all you do is beg for money. Anyway, this is what I've been doing for the past 7 years now. And it's like I've built up a small business, basically. That's what this is. It's a small business. It's not a big business. I've seen people do this, and it becomes a very large enterprise. I never expected that. I expected, hey, maybe people will watch the videos. Maybe they shouldn't have enticed me with revenue. Then I wouldn't have taken this all that seriously, and I wouldn't care at this point. I'd have to do something else with my time and my life. But because I've invested 7 years into this, I feel as though I need to try to keep it going. I need to try to save it somehow. So I'm appealing again to the people who watch the channel. Patreon is really the only way. YouTube memberships, if you want to do those, that's fine. I don't have that many YouTube members compared to the number of patrons I have, but if you want to do a YouTube membership, that's fine. It's very easy to do. And I understand that all of these revenue streams skim quite a bit off of what the total ad budget is on YouTube, and the same thing with Patreon. They take a pretty good chunk at the end as a way to just collect the revenue for you, and then they take a bunch for themselves. So it's quite an interesting business model. So I don't know. I'm sorry I sound like a Debbie Downer today. It's just I'm frustrated that overnight, you lose 30,000 views over your entire platform. That sounds like somebody is turning the spigot off. That's what it sounds like to me. Because, those videos should be maintaining whatever they're bringing in, and if they drop over time, that's understandable. However, that kind of a precipitous drop leads me to believe that there's something else going on. So wish I had a cheerier message for your Sunday. Again, folks, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Patreon and YouTube memberships. That's all I got. As far as me venturing, doing other things like selling t-shirts or selling merch or, marketing supplements or something, it's just not going to happen. I have a good relationship with people over at Modern Retro Radio. I've directed people over to them, and they direct people over to me. And hopefully I will gain some subscribers from that and maybe a few patrons. But, that's a small business. I'm a small business. We're trying to work around these corporations with these crazy views that they have on certain issues. And it's really difficult. And as far as Rumble goes, I've made $2 and change over on Rumble. I don't know if I set it up wrong, but I'm not making any revenue over there. It just, people do watch my videos over there. You get like 20 or 30 views a video. It's the exact same content that you're getting over here. It's just mirrored over there. And actually, I'm over on Odyssey as well, which is a smaller video platform that has some kind of a blockchain currency thing, which I have no idea what to do with. So that's the good news for this Sunday morning. That's all I got. If you can help me out, if you know anybody who wants to support this channel in a large way, which would just take this out of the hands of those who are trying to mess with it, unless, of course, they start peeling subscribers off of it and it goes down to nothing, which in that case, I could just broadcast on Rumble and Odyssey, and you folks would all have to follow me over there at that point. I don't want to do that, though. I spent a long time doing this. I try to put content up almost every day. When I take a day off from doing this, I always feel guilty, like I really need to do a video today. I don't want to force content on people, especially if it's kind of lame. So I try to do stuff that's impactful and might be interesting to a few of you out there. So that's my belly aching session. That's my whining for today. And I hope everybody has a good day. I may put up another video today at some point, but for now, this is what I wanted to say. So see you soon.